So this week, I'm still building a cabinet box with drawers in it. This is not going to be real elaborate as far as shaping. I've got the idea for this from a thumbnail from one of my other videos. It was an AI generated thumbnail, but the person that watched the video liked the video but wanted to see the project that thumbnail represented. Well, there wasn't one. So I'm going to try to do one generally like it. It's not exactly like the one in the thumbnail, but something similar. This is going to be a cabinet that sits up like this. I'm going to make some feet for it, kind of hold it up, because these are the drawers I'm going to cut out. I'm going to do everything a little bit different on this one that I've been doing on the others. These are just real simple 2-inch square boxes of drawers, and I'm going to put a front on them. And I'm going to put some different colors, kind of make like a tic-tac-toe, or it just depends on what I can find to use for the front of the drawers. And I'm going to make one solid drawer in the bottom. It's going to be all the way across, 6 inches across. And I got these lines here where I'm going to have to cut it to cut the internal cavity of the drawer out. I'm going to do these a little different than I have the other before. The other drawer boxes that I've made, I cut the front and the back off these drawers. And on this one, I'm going to cut the bottom off and cut the cavity and glue the bottom back on. But on this one, I'm going to cut this all out in one piece. Then I'm going to split it into these 3 sections. And then I'm going to cut this outside here and this outside here. And cut from the side to cut the cavities. I won't have anything in here, so I don't have to just cut the whole thing out and glue them back together. That's my plan. May not work, but that's one reason I'm going to have a front on it, because I'm probably going to have a gap when I take this extra material out. That I'm going to put front on this, and this wood's not the best either. This is a few years ago. I was coming back from town. I found a pallet laying in the road. Had some like 10-inch wide boards in it, and it sat around out back there in the weather for quite a while. And in fact, this is a piece of it before I planed it and cleaned it up, and that's what it looked like after I did that. I've got 4 layers of that. So that's what I'm going to cut this with. It's not a real hard wood. I think it'll be easy to cut. And then I'm going to, like I say, put some feet on it and a front on it. I'm going to put a back on it. You don't have to put a back because the drawers won't slide out the back, but I kind of like that. Makes it look finished if you have a back on it. So that's my plan. I'm not going to drill any holes because it's very difficult to get these blades, large blades, through long skinny holes. And this extra thick wood, I have to have a long blade. I don't have any very small that are long enough to drill through there. And I don't want that big hole in it. So let me get a new blade in the saw. I'm going to cut in like I did the others. Cut in and cut one, cut in and cut one, and glue those sections back together. That's worked pretty well so far. So let me get over to the saw, get a new number 12. I'm going to use a skip tooth number 12. And shouldn't take long to cut these out, I hope. And then I'll have to start working on cutting the cavities and then making up my fronts. And the finishing is going to be the most involved thing here, but let me get started and see what I can do. Okay, well, I'm going to call that finished. Got 2 or 3 coats of finish on it. This was a long project, a lot of work getting that lined out, those drawer fronts on. They're still not as good as I want them to be, but they're working. The drawers work really nicely. They all slide with no problem. They don't stick, don't jam. And I got them kind of looking the way I wanted. Like I say, I always have a vision when I start, and very seldom does it completely meet that vision, but this comes close. I'm not unhappy with it. I'm not sure it's a practical item, but you could use it for storage. I thought about sitting here on the end of my bench. The bottom would be a perfect place to keep some pencils and pens, what have you, and then other small items that I need to keep up with that kind of float around here. It'd be good for that. Otherwise, I just wanted to try different techniques to making drawers, and I wanted to try to make a long drawer like that. So I was able to do that, and I succeeded. So I can call that a success. If you like that, hit that like button. And if you'd like to subscribe to see what else I do, and I don't even know what I'm going to do next right now, but I'm running really late this week, so I'll be a little later next week, probably even get the next one out. But that's going to be it for this week. I like to say 2 or 3 days later than I normally do. But I had to go a little longer. You just have to be patient when you're getting things like this to fit. And finishing, you can't just rush through the finishing. So it takes a little time sometimes to get it right, and longer than I really like. But I'm not unhappy with the finished product. And I hope you like it. And if you do, hit the like button, like I say, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video.